يقم وندرك العلي سويا.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الصلاة والسلام على أشرف خلق الله وإمام المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. أبنائي الطلاب، بناتي الطالبات، المرحلة الثانوية، الأمهات الأكارم، الآباء، الأمهات الكريمات، الآباء الأكارم، يسعدني ويشرفني أن نواصل منقطع من حديث بالنسبة للحصة المدرسية. وكان في الحصة الماضية اتكلمنا عن الأجدكتيف، يعني بعد ما خلصنا كل حاجة متعلقة بالفعل بدأنا فيه نتكلم عن الصفة. وبالنسبة للصفة أخذنا صفات في اللغة الإنجليزية تحدثنا عنها، وأخذنا تفصيل لبعض الدروس المتعلقة بالصفات في اللغة الإنجليزية. And we stopped at how to form an adjective by adding a suffix. قلنا this is the thing that we are going to have in our coming lessons. Today we are going to have idea about how to form an adjective by adding a suffix. Here, as you see, today we are going to have idea about forming an adjective by adding a suffix. Forming an adjective by adding a suffix. As you know that there are two types of adjectives. The first one we call it adjective with one syllable. The second one we call it adjective with more than two syllables. Today we are going to have idea about how to form an adjective with more than two syllables. Before we are going to know how to form an adjective by adding a suffix, there is a very important question that we have to answer. The question is that, what is a suffix? As you see in the blackboard or in the board, a suffix is a letter. Or a group of letters. A letter or a group of letters added to a word. What does it do? It changes its grammatical use. As we are going to see here, if we have a verb and we add to it a suffix to give a noun. This is one of the lessons that we are going to have in our coming days. Here, number 2, we have a verb and we add to it a suffix to give an adjective. The third thing, we have a noun, we add to it a suffix to give a noun. Or we have an adjective, we add to it suffix to give a noun. Or we have an adjective, we add to it a suffix to give a verb. This is all the things that we are going to have about the suffix. As you see, when we add a suffix to a verb, we are going to change it to a noun. And this means if we have a verb, and you know that the rules of the verb differs according to the tense. This means that we're going to change the rule for the word. Why? Because it is going to have a new grammatical use. When we change a verb to a noun, this means that we have to use it as a noun. And when we change a verb to an adjective, this means that we have to use this verb as an adjective, and it's going to be an adjective. Here we have some suffixes, as you see: able, ive, ous, ful, ent, ant, ing, ed, d, and y. What are these? These are suffixes. These are suffixes added to a verb. Added to a verb. To give what? To give an adjective. To give an adjective. ABL, IVE, OUS, FUL, ENT, ANT, ING, ED, D, and Y. These are suffixes. These are suffixes, as you see them. Added to a verb. We add them to a verb. Why? To give an adjective. To give an adjective. Now we are going to have any. We are going to have these suffixes in details. For example, verb. I have verb suffix. To have an adjective. Adjective. For the verb here, for example, move, comfort, value, and we add to them the suffix able. The new word is going to be an adjective. Move, we are going to be movable. Move, it is a verb. Movable, it is an adjective. And as you know that there is a wide difference between the two words. The verb, we have the rules that are going to govern the verb, and we have the rules that are going to govern the adjective. Comfort, comfortable. Comfortable. Value, valuable. Valuable. We have to drop the E. And this is for the suffix ABL. We have IVE, IVE. For example, we have select, produce, for example, we have act, and we add the suffix IVE. IVE. It's going to give, it's going to give IVE. Selective. And then produce, we have to drop the E and we add T I V E. It gives productive. Productive. Act, we add I V E, is going to be active. This is for IVE. We have OUS, the suffix OUS. For example, we have firm and continue. Firm, we add OUS. OUS is going to give a new word. the word is an adjective. For example, famous. Continue. Continuous. As you see. To continue our work, we have the suffix ful. Let us go to this blackboard. We have ful. For example, hop, help, use, beauty, we have to add the suffix ful. 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 It's going to give hopeful, helpful, useful, beautiful. Beautiful. C, we have to change the Y into I. Beautiful. Let us see. E-N-T. For example, differ. Refer. We add E-N-T. E-N-T is going to give the adjective different. Different. We have A-N-T. A-N-T. For example, ignore and assessed. We add A-N-T. A-N-T is going to give the adjective ignorance, assistant. This is for A-N-T. We have ing and we have it before. Here we are going to form an adjective. We are going to form an adjective by adding the ing, and this is the second time to know about verb plus ing to give an adjective, and this is we call it gerund. Ing, for example, I have increase and develop. And we add ing. The new word is going to be increasing. Or develop, the new word is going to be developing. let us go to continue. We have D or ED. For example, D or ED. I have the develop, improve. We add ED, for example. We add here D. It's going to be D develop. Improved. We have Y, for example. Health. Here, health is a noun. Wealth. Wealth is a noun. We add the letter Y. Here it's going to be healthy. Healthy. This is an adjective. Wealth, wealthy. As you see here, we have new words. Developed, improved, developed, developing. There is very important difference between developing and developed. Here, for example, developing countries and developed countries. The developed countries, the countries that are the greatest industrial countries. Developing countries, these countries that their economy want to be improved, as you see here. To have it from the beginning, we have said that forming an adjective by adding a suffix. And we say, our question is that, what is a suffix? What is a suffix? We make definition for the suffix and said, a suffix is a letter or a group of letters added to a word. It changes its grammatical use as follows. We have verb plus suffix to give a noun, and this is we are going to have it during or after we have an idea about the noun. Verb plus suffix to give an adjective, and this is we have it here today. We have noun plus suffix. This is we are going to have it with the noun. Adjective plus suffix to give a noun. This is important. We are going to have to know idea about it today. Adjective plus suffix to give a verb. We are going to have it today. Let us see these two things. We have adjective plus suffix to give adverb. To give adverb. This adverb, we call it the adverb which we are going to get here. It gives us idea about how the verb happens. For example, I have quick. We add to it the suffix l, y to give the adverb quickly. For example, fast, we add to it ly, it gives برضو fastly. Here, quickly, it is adverb. It's going to give idea about how the action or how the verb happens. Firstly, it is adverb. It's going to give idea about how the verb happens and how the action happens. طيب. To continue, we have noun plus suffix to give an adjective. This is going to be in this matter when we are going to add two nouns together. When we are going to add two nouns together, we have to use the suffix al. For example, I have, for example, education, and I want to add it. For example, for education school. For example, I want to add this two nouns together. To add these two nouns together, here we have to add al for for the first noun. Here is going to be educational school. In this matter, educational here is an adjective. It is an adjective. Noun by adding al is going to be an adjective, and we add it to another noun. Until here, we are going to stop. To continue inshallah ta'ala. اللهم صل وسلم على حبيب الله. إلى هنا اترككم في رعاية الله وحفظه. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.